Hey everyone, welcome back. It's time for our annual How to Hang Christmas Lights on Stucco 2025 edition. So let's get to the lineup. So here's our lineup. As always, you'll be able to find affiliate links for all of these products in the description. So first off, number one, we have this Scotch Mount Strong Removable Water Resistant Clear Tape. Got this off Amazon. Then I got this Scotch Mount Clear Mega Roll. Now this is a Walmart buy. Along with number three, which is the extreme version of the Clear Mega Roll. And for number four, we have this Filbert, I don't know how you pronounce it, heavy duty multi-purpose tape, which is 3M VHB. I don't know what kind, but we'll find out how well it works. Then, number five. This is VHB from 3M, 4611. Now, once again, they're all 3M, but this is, we're just going to call this 110. I don't know. Seems like 3M might have changed their naming convention and made it more confusing than it even was before. So, yeah, that's 110. This is 4661. And I honestly don't know why I bothered because of how thin it is, but yeah. Maybe it'll surprise me. So, this is the 2023 returning champion, the 3M 4910. Oh, there it is. And last year's returning champion, number 9, 4991. Fun fact, the clips that I used with this stuff for last year are still in the house. So, and now we have to our super glues. Number 10 will be thin, number 11 will be medium, and number 12 will be thick, all Starbond. Love Starbond. But, as you know, I have to throw something in there. So, right now we're having an A lineup and a B lineup. An A lineup is just the material on its own. So super glue with command strip or command hook and whatever assorted tapes. This year's thing that I'm trying out is adhesion promoter. So I'm using the 3M adhesion promoter 111. Hey Belzona, how about you come up with something? I'd love to rock something from Belzona, but yeah, I digress. So yeah, that will be our B section. So I got 12, so we got 24 pulls to do. And we're going to find out which one is going to be our 2025 champion for this year. Here, let me show you the setup. As you can see, here's our lineup. Row A is the front one. Now that's just the product on itself. So command strips, glue, and just your various 3M tapes. And row B, that is the same setup, but I used the adhesion promoter behind, obviously, the tape. So I applied it per the directions. So obviously I cleaned off the stucco, made sure it was nice and clean so there's no dust or anything that's going to interfere with this project, just like last year. So yeah, now it's time to get our pull on. Okay, so got my force meter, whatever you want to call it again. So we're going to do this as scientifically as possible, but I am no project farm, so sorry for disappointing you. So anyway, I decided not to do hot glue this year because simply hot glue is what it is. I don't recommend using it as your primary thing. If your stucco sucks, you're going to have a bad time. So only use it in critical areas where you've got a lot of weight and you really need it to stick. But anyway, let's get on with the show. Once again, here's my fancy chart. I don't want to make the expectation that I'm going to do fancy graphics. I got better things to do, and frankly, this works just fine. Okay, have it set on pounds, and it's going to record the peak. Again, pounds because, you know, us Americans are allergic to the metric system. So, yeah, here we go. So time for A1, which is the good old generic 3M clear. 11.6. So I'm going to do the A, and then we'll do the B, and we'll come back and discuss how we're going to evaluate the ones that the zip tie popped off. So the goal is to get to 10 pounds. 10 pounds are pretty good. Anything above that is just gravy. So, time for the 3M Mega Roll Clear. 8.6. That failed. Zeroed again. And let's go through A3, which is the Mega Roll Extreme. 12.3. Okay, it's time for the Bear. 10.1, and it did rip off. Time for 4611 5A. Well, that was just embarrassing. 3.7. It's time for 6A, which is 110. 8.3. Okay, time for 7A, which is what I think is 4661. I need to confirm that, and I regret buying it. But let's be surprised. 5.3. Actually did better than I thought it was going to do. Okay, here's our 4910, our 2023 champion. 12.0. And here's 9A, which is 4991, our 2024 returning champion. 12.6, and if you see, the clip actually failed. Okay, next up, 10A. This is a outdoor command strip with Starbond Thin CA glue. 2.3. 11A, which is actually the 2022 returning champion. Starbond Medium with an outdoor command strip. Oh. 4.8. Last but not least is 12A, which is the Starbond Thick CA glue plus an outdoor command strip. 8.7. So as you can see, we got our winners and losers from Group A. Remember, Group A is just the tape plus the command strip. You know, it's the product on its own. So remember, the point of this whole thing is something that is semi-permanent. Not permanent, but also not permanent. Enough to get you through the season that you can remove, that's not going to damage your stucco. Ideally for renters. Or anything else. You know, more than just Christmas, but that's the point of this. So I liked around that 10 to 15 pounds of holding power. That's good enough for your outdoor Christmas lights to help deal with the weather, whether it's wind or rain. You'd be surprised, Christmas lights aren't going to absorb water, but when it does rain, the water does drip off of it, and that surprisingly adds a lot of weight. So yeah, 10 to 15 is our goal. So let's get to round B. So again, round B is the same 12 products again, except I put the 3M promotion adhesive, whatever, 111 on first, per the instructions. So let's get to it. Once again, pounds. Okay, let's go. 1B. 13.0. Okay, number 2. 3M Mega Roll B2 Clear. $11.7, and my command strips, the clips snapped again. Interesting. Okay, next up, 3B. Extreme Mega Roll. $12.6. Now, I don't know if you caught it on camera, maybe I'll try to zoom in, but you saw the tape started pulling away and it became that stickiness. That's what I'm looking for. So it doesn't have an abrupt, sudden, system-wide collapse. Because if something snaps dramatically, the lights can just come down like dominoes. If they're going to fail, you want them to fail slowly. Okay, B4. This is the bear. $11.8. Okay, next up, B5, which is our 4611. $11.5. 110. $12.0. B7. This is the 4661. $9.3. It's actually not terrible for how small they are. And that's actually the first one to completely fail for the B. I'm really impressed by the adhesion promoter. So, time for 8, which is 8B, which is 4910. $10.9. I think I didn't do that one justice. Because that's a part of the failure part from Hot Glue last year. Like I said, I'm not Project Farm. Number 9B, 4991. $12.0. 10B, Starbond Thin. 4.8. 11B, Starbond Medium. 4.7. And last up, B12, which is our Starbond Thick. $9.2. No, well, at least it comes off easy. So, as you can see, obviously, subjectively, our row B with the adhesion promoter absolutely hit it out of the park. But there's more to this than just adhesion. It's also, does it damage? So we're going to discount this as me being stupid. But I am concerned about, I had 2 clips break. And specifically for this year, I did go out and buy brand new clips. So anyway, let's see here. We need to test the rest and see if we can break them. Because what's the point of not? Okay, I've set back up. I'm just going with the same setup. I made the zip ties a bit tighter, and I'm just going to pull from the front. So sorry if you get the back of my head. So we'll start with row A, and we'll go from there. Okay, so this is the 3M Clear. $14.5, and the clip failed. This is the 3M Mega Roll Extreme. Okay, Okay, it failed at 12.1. Okay, last up for the A's is 8A, which is our 4910. Hmm. 8.5. E1, again, with the adhesion promoter. $14.0, but B3, which is our extreme mega roll. $13.4, 4611. $13.2. My apologies, a little editorial. 4B is the bear. 5 is 4611. So let's give that a try. $14.1. 6B is 110. $13.4. And I liked how that didn't give out. It pulled away and then snapped itself back. Last, 9B, which is our 4991. $13.0. Let's remove these to see if we have any problems. Now, I'm not going to use anything special at the beginning. So, okay, 1A. Absolutely no stucco, but the guitar pick thing didn't really work out. The 9A, this is the 4991. Nice, zero residue. The reason why I am using this on those is because when the clip does snap, they're hard to get off because you got anything to grab. Okay, let's do say 1B. Leftover tape that's stuck there. So yeah, that's something to keep track of. Okay, let's see here. Again, 2B. Zero residue. Zero stucco. Okay, here's the 3B. This is the extreme mega roll. So we're going to try. Now that's the way it's supposed to work. That was pretty impressive for the fact that that's all the contact points that it got. Okay, a little bit of residue, but nothing permanent. Be able to get that off with an eraser. Okay, so 4 is the bear. Okay, that no damage, but there is a bunch of residue on there. Rubbing this stuff off with your finger kind of sucks. So, like I said, I'll try an eraser. Maybe I'll make a short. Okay, so 5B. This is the 4611. So I should try this first. Again, it sticks better to the wall than it does the clip. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. There's some residue, but it came off pretty clean. No damage. A 6B, this is the 110. No damage. Didn't get the greatest contact points, but not that much residue. Let's see. Not terrible. Okay, and last, 9B, which is this is the 4991. Well, there you go. Now that made contact. It might be too early to say, but I'm wondering if we have a repeating champion, because that was impressive. As you can see, we definitely got some more residue when it comes to using the adhesion promoter, which makes sense. But man, that 4991, almost nothing, a little crevice. But some of these other ones definitely left some residue. So yeah. So I'm gonna go upstairs, cool off, and I'm gonna do some math, because we're gonna add another element to this, which is the price per pound of holding power. So yeah, I'll be back. Okay everyone, I have done the numbers. And boy do I have no clue what I'm doing. But hey, I gave it a try. Little subjective, so I gave everything a ranking of between 1 and 12. And this is where it turned out. Okay, so third place. Now, let me caveat. This is the standings as it comes with using the adhesion promoter. So including that in our calculations, third place. Last year's champion, 4991, with a total of 55 points. Now, the runner-up in second place is the Scotch 3M Mega Roll with 56 points. And this year's champion, this Scott Multipurpose Gel Tape, with an astounding 67 points. 67 points. Crazy. Okay, so what I like about this actually is that the fact that it is really easy to get the protective tape off, which is a two-edged sword, double-edged sword, whatever you want to call it, because it can come off too easily. But yeah, that's easy, and it's a pretty thick tape, so it will conform, and it sticks very well to pretty much, well, anything. I used it in a trunk or treat, and I actually stuck it on the asphalt. Works very well. The Scotch, honestly, works fine. Getting the protective tape off is kind of a pain on this. So, and then I was actually surprised that the 4991 came in third place, but we're not done yet. Okay, so just want to clarify this very thin 1/8 of an inch tape. This is actually 3M 4646, not 4661. Okay, so Yeah, not that it really matters. So, but what I was alluding to before was the promoter. And actually we saw some pretty impressive improvements. But I'm not sure it actually is worth it. Okay, so this little jar is about 30 bucks. When you actually slice it down to how much you need, it's, hold on, 0.01 cents that you need every time you put a clip up. So it's not that expensive in that area, but it's still 30 bucks for the whole thing. And for all intent and purposes, our goal was to achieve 10 pounds. And we did that without it. So I'm torn on that. What's your feelings on that? So saying, if I remove the promoter, that changes our final standings. In third place with 36 points comes our 2023 champion, 49.10. In second place with 41 points comes our, making sure it's the right one, yep, our 3M Clear. So once again, still performing in the elite class. But now with 42 points is the 49.91. Once again, and I will point out that this tape is actually thinner than most of these tapes. Most of these are either a ½ inch or 1 inch, and this is only 3/8 of an inch. So as you've seen some of the previous things, this does get really good contact on stucco. So what do you think? Who won this year? Was it the 49.91 without a promoter? Or was it the Scotch Multipurpose Generic Gel Tape? I don't know. What do you guys think? I think the 49.91 is our reigning champion 2 years in a row. Okay, now, I know everyone's cost conscious today. Everything's expensive. We won't go into that in this video, but point out, your best bang for your buck is actually the 3M, if you can get it on sale. Just because of, you got 400 feet on this roll, and boy, it actually works pretty well. So we're talking 3 cents per clip to use this, which is outstanding. Now, if you notice, none of my command strips with CA glue placed anywhere near the top. They are at the bottom pretty much for all standings. Why? Because they are expensive. When you get down to it, it's either between 5 and 20 cents per command clip. Well, if you're putting up a bunch of Christmas, that gets expensive real quickly, folks. So I think I'm going to have to say the whole command strip and the CA glue is no longer, I'm no longer going to recommend it if you're price conscious. It's just too expensive. But yeah, this is this year's How to Hang Christmas Lights on Stucco with our 2-year reigning champion, VHB 49.91. Again, no one sponsored this video. If you like to, reach out. And I'm just going to add that AI played absolutely no role in the making of this video. This is 100% my own creation. Okay? So, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or suggestions for next year, leave it in the comments. Until then, stay sleepy, my friends.